Good puzzle YouTube, 6fthax here. Have for you guys today a pretty fun creamy Wi-Fi battle that I had against Bread Geezy off of my Discord. Of course, if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to hammer on that like button down below and to answer the question of the day. Shouts out to the homie Matty Barolic for passing me the cream squad. I think I used this before in a previous battle, but wanted to use it again. And my opponent has a pretty fun team as well. So going into this match, I noticed that he had webs, which could be very annoying. Luckily though, Matty does have taunt on this Tapu Fini, so I will be able to hopefully taunt right away turn one. At least that's kind of the idea. Another play I could have also made was to go straight for the Hydro Pump, because if you really looked at my team, it's not really that bothered by webs. I mean, they are kind of annoying and I would rather not have them up, but at the same time they're not really that big of an issue to my squad. Also, Zygarde could potentially win late game depending on the Shuckle set and if I can get rid of that Feraligatr or not. So I unfortunately missed the Hydro Pump here on the Mega Scizor. Now this is an offensive Tapu Fini. I'm not quite sure if it has max special attack or not, but it does have some special attack investment, and I am modest, I believe. So that miss did kind of suck because I would have got off a solid like 30-35% on the Mega Scizor, but it is fine as that is not entirely too game changing. I also could have Hydro Pumped turn one, expecting him to want to switch out, which was something that crossed my mind, but I thought taunting turn one was probably my better play. Either way though, going to switch right into Silvally Steel here, going to eat up any hits this Gengar wants to go for, and then I'm thinking, oh, he's locked into that move, right? No, he goes for the Shadow Ball as I go for the Parting Shot. Unfortunately, this is a little bit bad because Silvally was also kind of my switching into Goodra, and Goodra does learn Sludge Wave and Thunderbolt, so that could be a little bit of a problem. As I Parting Shot into my Mega Beedrill, I'm thinking, okay, he's clearly going to switch into Shuckle, expecting me to go for knockoff, so he can then go for his webs. But no, he stays in, and this is really bad because I don't have a switch into Gengar. Get a crit here. Don't really know if that crit was game-changing, honestly. Don't think it mattered at all. But I am going to switch into my Porygon Z here as he goes for the Psychic. I'm guessing he thought he could live a hit, or maybe he was Focus Sash. I'm not really too sure. Either way, though, Gengar puts in a little bit of work here, but it is fine as I'm just going to go for the safe Shadow Ball. I am Z conversion, but unfortunately because this Goodra is still very healthy, I am not in a position of where I can go for the Z conversion. So I decided just going for the Shadow Ball was probably my better play on the off chance that he did leave in the Gengar, as I switch into my Silvally, expecting him to either go for the Sludge Wave or go for the Thunderbolt. As he does go for the Sludge Wave, I am luckily going to get a chance to use the Draco Meteor on this Silvally, which is kind of funny because I don't think outside of this scenario there's any other time I would ever use Draco Meteor on Silvally. But I get off a decent like 25-ish% on the Goodra. Very positive that he is assault vested. Either way, that extra chip damage was very great because now he is definitely in range of where my Mega Beat can just come in here. I will definitely knock him out with a U-turn, and I'm finally able to get rid of a Pokemon, which is really nice because now I am in kind of a good scenario. Kind of not really, because he still can easily get up sticky webs if I misplay. So on the U-turn, he's going to end up bringing in the Scizor here. This kind of scared me a little bit, just because if he was Swords Dance, he could have maybe set up as I go for the Thunderbolt. Really wished I had hit the Hydro Pump because I'm pretty sure the Scizor would have been below 50%, but I luckily live on 1 HP, which is really nice, as in comes the Incineroar. I'm thinking, is this Scarfed? And funny enough, it does turn out to be Scarfed Incineroar, which is kind of interesting because he's got sticky webs, but I mean Incineroar is like bad and really slow as it is. So I guess in webs, Scarf kind of makes sense. I mean, I don't know. I guess, I mean, it sounds kind of cool in theory. So, I mean, more power to him. But he's going to U-turn into the Scizor here as I bring in my Landers, hoping that he just thinks I am a defensive Rocky Helmet set, as I'm going to try and get up my Stealth Rocks here. If he was Swords Dance, that would have been a little bit terrifying because he might have been able to win here. This is actually Yachibe Lander, so if he was Swords Dance here, maybe he got a little bit upset because he definitely could have won there if he just stayed in and started Swords Dancing. Luckily though, I'm able to scare him out as in comes the Shuckle. This Shuckle is slightly annoying because if it's got Encore and he Encores me at the right moment, then he can easily just win this battle after webs. So this match can still really go either way. Luckily though, Zygarde is a humongous threat to his team. So I switched directly to my Zygarde here, not wanting to get affected by the webs, although in the end I don't really think it matters. And I'm going to make a bit of a judgment play here, and I go for the substitute. I thought about hard switching directly into my Tapu Fini because at that point I'm in a pretty good scenario, and I think I just click Hydro Pump and I either knock out the Shuckle or I knock out whatever he wants to switch into it. So that would have been really nice. Luckily though, he doesn't have the Encore here because he then switches out again, not expecting me to go for the coil, and I actually go for the 1,000 arrows thinking that he would try to go for the Encore, as luckily I'm able to catch the incoming Gengar. And the fact that I went straight for the 1,000 arrows was actually my better play, because not only did I avoid Encore, but by knocking out the Gengar on the switch in, I'm able to avoid him breaking my substitute before I knock him out. So then that way Feraligatr comes in and then I don't have a substitute. So I'm going to be able to take one hit thanks to my sub and then get off some really nice chip damage on the Feraligatr here, because I need to get off as much damage as I possibly can to put it in range of where hopefully my Tapu Fini will be able to knock it out. So at this point I can still 100% win this battle just thanks to Zygarde. So I've managed to put myself in a better scenario, although my opponent is still in a pretty good spot as well, because he makes an excellent play here. Knows that I'm not going to stay and risking taking a Ice Punch, so I'm going to switch out and he's going to go for the Dragon Dance. Now this could potentially be scary if he's got a Z move, because he may be able to knock out Tapu Fini. I'm trying to think, because like I said, this is a more offensive Tapu Fini, so I don't know if this Feraligatr was Z move or not. He would have been able to knock me out with any other move, because that Waterfall actually does a lot of damage. So luckily I'm able to chew the hit and in return go for the Moonblast. Unfortunately, sorry about that, this Tapu Fini is not running a lot of special attack investment, so Feraligatr will just barely live, and now I'm forced to sack something off, but it is okay, because after webs and the fact that he's got Scarfed Incineroar, Mega B really wasn't going to be doing anything in this battle. So down goes my Beedrill, but this is fine because I get a free switch back into my Zygarde, allowing me to luckily go for the Extreme Speed. Originally Maddie had a Toxic on the Zygarde, but I like Extreme Speed personally, especially for a scenario just like this, because I don't have to let my Tapu Fini take any unnecessary damage, because Tapu Fini is my best answer for that Incineroar right now, as well as the Shuckle if it really comes down to it. So he's gonna bring in the Shuckle, and at this point the match is basically over if he does not have the Encore, which at this point I know for a fact he does not have it, because he ends up going for the Infestation. So Zygarde will be able to substitute here, and if he had brought in the Scizor and he was Swords Dance, then maybe he could have won. I think it would have come down to like damage rolls and if maybe he had crit me or not, but yeah, at this point, like I said, Shuckle just really cannot do anything to Zygarde behind a substitute. I will be able to get up to +2, knock out the Shuckle, I knock out the Scizor, and I forget what his last mark is. I think, I'm not sure, but either way at this point, as you guys can see, the match is just really sped up because Zygarde just kind of puts his team on his back. But yeah, good game to Bread Geezy there. He definitely had a good shot of winning this matchup. Luckily though, I think I played Zygarde pretty well, and the fact that he didn't have Encore on the Shuckle was just absolutely huge. So yeah, just gonna let the match wrap up here. Of course, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hammer arm that like button down below to answer the question of the day. Thank you guys for answering the question of the day all the time. Thank you for leaving likes, and also we are very close to 18,000 subscribers. That's really awesome. I'm super excited about that. I really hope you guys are also excited about that, because I kind of have something I want to do, so just a little heads up. But yeah, I think I've rambled on enough. Again guys, hopefully y'all did enjoy the video. You know what to do. 2 videos on the end screen, and with all that being said, thank you all for watching. Join my Discord if you guys would like to battle me. So later everybody.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in a knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot, just causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears, or hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping. For real.